Hi, my name's Stef and I've suffered with anxiety for probably about 4.5 years, where it was actually its peak. The thought of going out of the front door was a real battle in my head and I was constantly kind of fighting those feelings. So obviously it wasn't very pleasant at the kind of worst state of it. I've read loads of books, I've kind of cut out caffeine, I've done all the different things that obviously it says to do to try and help your anxiety, but I still had this fear of when we were in like supermarkets. So if I was in like a big shopping centre, I'd feel like I was trapped and I had to get out. And so sometimes I've been down the pasta aisle with a trolley full and I had to get out and just left the shopping there, which is obviously embarrassing and not what you want to be doing in your day-to-day life. But that's how I felt every day. If I'd go to the supermarket, I couldn't see the front door, I would just feel really trapped all of a sudden. My breathing would start to heighten and then quicken, and then also my heart rate, and I just basically had to get out, otherwise I thought I'd have a panic attack or pass out basically. I'd heard of RTT, I'd read a few bits about RTT, but nothing in depth or anything like that. So when I spoke to Marti, obviously she went in depth and told me everything, all the information. She was really kind, like went through it with me, because obviously sometimes when you think about going under or being kind of like hypnotized or in like a kind of trance, it's a bit worrying. You just think, oh God, like what's going to happen to me? Am I going to be safe? So Marti went through all of that and gave me a lot of confidence to be like, yeah, this is something that I need to do to try and get rid of this kind of feeling every day of feeling trapped if I was in certain situations. So we did the session, which kind of lasted nearly 2.5 hours, but it was brilliant because when we went through, I had like a feeling of like a darkness, which was like the anxiety in me. And I kind of had like a bit of a moment where I could feel it like leaving my body and going away. And so after the session, obviously we spoke more in depth and I did feel a lot better. And I just thought, right, okay, I'm going to have to try this out and see what I feel like in the supermarket. So a couple of days later, I went in and I got the thought in my head and I thought, right, okay, I can't see the front door, but I didn't get my heart palpitations, I didn't get my breathing quickening, I didn't feel hot. I literally just had the thought and then it just went away and I felt completely calm, completely different. So I thought, okay, yeah, that might be like a one-off. But then, you know, I've been into our shopping centre and obviously our supermarkets probably 10 times now. And sometimes I'll have the thought, sometimes I won't even have that thought anymore. But sometimes the thought will come into my head when I'm right down the back of the aisles where like the freezer section and it's right, you know, the furthest away you can get from the front door. I'll have the thought and then I think, right, okay, no, and then it just goes out of my head. And it's completely changed my life, to be honest with you, because I literally, every time I was going in a supermarket or a shopping centre or anywhere really that you just couldn't see the front door, I would panic. And every time that driving to go to the supermarket was a battle, because I just thought, no, I don't want to feel this today. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I definitely recommend Marti. She's brilliant. She literally told me everything that I needed to know. There was nothing that wasn't kind of unturned or any questions that I had, or I could stop at any time. So I definitely, definitely recommend it. If you are struggling with certain aspects of anxiety or any other aspects that's kind of hindering your life, I 100% would recommend it. So yeah. Thank you for listening.